Ladies and gentlemen, babies and elfin, welcome to another new video. My name is Bosley, and today I want to bring for you guys Seismic Trap Saboteur. First off, I would like to greet everyone Happy Chinese New Year to all my Chinese viewers out there, or even whoever that celebrates Chinese New Year. Whoever who don't, Happy Lunar New Year to you too. So it has been a while since I came back to PoE. I was actually quite interested and quite committed to cryptocurrency for the past league. So I've been spending quite some time in that cryptocurrency as well. But now, ever since I saw the trailer for Siege of the Atlas, that really interests me. And I really want to give it a go. And so far, I would say my experience for League Start and the League mechanic, I'm quite enjoying it. And it has been really fun. Okay, so Seismic Trap has received some nerfs, but still, it's a very viable build, considering the budget and considering the damage output, and also considering that Arch Nemesis, which is the League mechanic, revolves around single target bossing, which is something very similar to like Metamorph, which I really quite enjoy, and it's very rewarding. But enough of League mechanic. I believe there's plenty of videos out there that explains more about the League mechanic. I'm here to share with you guys about this budget build, League starter build for Seismic Trap. Yeah. So first off, we're going to talk about the Ascendancy. We are going for Saboteur. Saboteur is always the number one choice or number one pick for any mining and trap builds. So definitely we go for Saboteur because of the Ascendancy points that gives us quite good utilities and very, very good survivability. This build, it's I would say it's very tanky. I wouldn't say for a shadow character or for any agility character in general, I would say this build is really tanky because of the layers and layers of defensive layers, and also the damage output is really, really decent. That's why it's really a very reliable build, considering it's like the best bang for your buck. Okay, so the first off, we will, okay, as soon as you get your Ascendancy point. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the flow first, which is the Ascendancy first, and then I'm going to give you a little brief on the leveling part, and then I will also put in the leveling notes in the POB. So when you guys have the POB notes, you can actually have a look at the leveling notes to see what skills to level up with and stuff like that. But generally, what you do is you have, I go with explosive traps. As soon as I get my unique, which is the Deerstalker boots, and have gained access to a Sanguinate and also Seismic Trap, immediately I will switch over to that Ascendancy and Seismic Trap. So that is the, overall the short version of the story is that's the case, okay? So the Ascendancy, once you get your Ascendancy points, first thing you want to go for is definitely go for Pyromaniac. So why you want to go for Pyromaniac? First off, it gives you immunity to Ignite and Shock, which is huge. And most importantly, you want the life regeneration, because when we are playing with the Ascendancy uses your life as the cost. It's a life cost instead of mana cost. So you'll be losing a lot of life when you're throwing out traps for the Ascendancy. Therefore, you need the regeneration for each mine or each trap triggered recently, up to 10%. So you can potentially regenerate 10% health per second, potentially, depending on how many traps you have. As long as you have 5 traps, that's like 10% per second they will be getting. After that, you want to pick up Born in the Shadows, which is another huge defensive layer because you can't be blinded. 15% reduced damage taken from blinded enemies. So blinded enemies, when they attack you, they deal 15% reduced damage, and nearby enemies are all blinded, and blind enemies on hit. So this is huge defensive layer on top of the immunity for Ignite and Shock. And then after that, you want to go for Perfect Crime. So this one will give you increased damage for each trap. So potentially you're throwing out like tons of trap, right? So you're throwing out like 14 to 16 or 17 traps. That will give you like 10% for each trap, so you get like 170% increased damage, and 25% chance for the trap to trigger additional time, and also reduces the cost of skills that throws traps. Okay, and lastly, you want to go for Chain Reaction, which gives you 50% increased cooldown recovery rate for throwing traps, and also the skill used by traps have triggered 50% increased area effect, which indirectly means Ascendancy has increased 50% area of effect. Okay, and when your traps trigger, it will trigger all the nearby traps as well. So you won't have idle traps sitting there and not being triggered as well. So this is the last Ascendancy point that we will definitely need. Okay, other than that, everything else not so. Over here, it's all the mines one, and here the explosive one is mostly for burning one. But since we are not playing explosive trap for the late game, so definitely not this node. So yeah, this is the flow for the Ascendancy node. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit of the leveling process. So first off, you want to use explosive traps. There are tons of ways for you to go through your leveling progress as you clear the X, right? So what you can do is you can actually use, there's an option there you can use Stormblast Mine. But the thing is, Stormblast Mine, you need to detonate them as well. As soon as you throw the mines out, you need to detonate them. I'm a very lazy person. I always find the easiest way to do everything, right? So I like trappers. So you just throw the trap and let it trigger and they'll just die, right? So I prefer playing explosive trap. So explosive trap compared to Stormblast Chain Mine or any other trap or mine out there, the damage is a bit less, but it's quite decent because of the explosive, and it's burning. It's like fire damage as well. So you want to use explosive trap chain with Swift Assembly. And yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I actually used the 2-link up until like level 30, and then I switched to a 3-link, and I wasn't very lucky with my league start with any really good gears or gear drop and stuff like that. I was just using really shitty gear up until now. Like I just literally finished my ag, right? So as you can see now, I'm like level 69. I just literally finished my ag, and the gears I'm using is like really shit gear, right? I only most of the uniques I picked up because I got it from like the league mechanic. Probably I bought 1 or 2 of these daggers, but other than that, everything else is like loot from the game. So nothing here has been bought. Like only one item has been bought. Then most of the items has not been bought. I didn't buy it from other players. I didn't spend currency for the gears from other players as well. So as soon as you're done with explosive trap, and then you switch to a sanguinate, and that's when as soon as you get, you can get hold of Deerstalker. If you didn't get it, then you can buy it from other players. Probably it'll cost you like 1 chaos or less, which is really easy because by the time when you're level 20 plus, I'm sure you will find 1 chaos orb. You can buy it from other players. As soon as you need this one, because you definitely need this one for a sanguinate. Otherwise, you will need another gem socket linked just to put in trap support, okay? So Deer Stalker, it gives you additional trap, it's supported by level 11 trap support, so you don't need the additional link, okay? That's the reason why you need the boots. So as soon as you get these boots, you can actually convert your whole build to a Seismic Trap and a Sanguinate combo. Basically, we are going full fist, a Sanguinate and Seismic Trap. So that is the leveling progress, right? Everything else, the auras that you'll be running, I'll explain later on. Mostly, it's very straightforward, it's very simple, right? So I'm going to talk about the gear choices now. So the gear choices here, at the moment I'm using, actually you don't have to use these daggers. The only reason I'm using these daggers because it gives me crit chance and crit multi, right? Other than that, I don't even use the blade doesn't even do much. The only thing it does is gives me crit chance and crit multi. This build is mainly based on crit as well. So this one crit multi gives me a good amount of damage, but it's not like compulsory, like you don't need it. It's not a must-have, you know. You can use any blade that gives you crit multi, crit chance, or any blade that tickles your fancy, just go ahead. It doesn't matter because this build is not very gear reliant except for the boots. Other than that, you can pretty much use any gear, okay? As soon as you can gain access to Seismic Trap and a Sanguinate, you will notice that the bosses, the act bosses, will melt like butter. Trust me on that. So the gear choices here, I'm just using like 2 Widow Makers just because of the crit chance and crit multi. The helmet, I picked it up, it's a Wizard Sillet because it gives me 10% move speed. That's it. Because I want to clear X fast, I want the move speed, right? I'm using this one because I don't really worry about crit chance reduced. So I can have Culling Strike, and also I get a ton of crit multi. So as soon as you crit, there will be a ton of crit multi damage, which what I have here is about 568%. So if I deal 1,000 damage, there will be like potentially like 5.6k damage, which is a lot when you crit, okay? The armor is just nothing, just life and life regen, nothing much. The ring is just, you know, just some flat life and some chaos resist. I haven't even changed the gears yet. I'm just giving you guys a quick run through of the league start and how to start it off, and then later on I will come up with a new video with a more in-depth explanation on the gear choices and whatnot. So for now, basically what you're looking for is like life and some crit. That's about it, right? Even as you clear X, right, the resist isn't a very, very important thing as you clear the X. So don't worry too much about that. The gloves. The only reason I'm using the gloves because this is one of the gears I got. I picked it up that has a 4 link. Otherwise, I will be using something else. This one gives me nothing. Some evasion, some mana, that's it. Alright, so it's shit gear. As the showcase, you can see I'm using all this shit gear to run the showcase, and it clears the map pretty damn well. I like this belt quite good because I like it because it gives me the global fizz. So global fizz actually increases your damage for your traps because it's global. So anything that's related to physical damage, global fizz will increase the damage as well. And you take reduced damage from crit, you get some life, some resist, and nearby enemies are intimidated as well, which is good. So intimidated means that enemies will take 10% increased attack damage, but you're not doing attack damage, it doesn't matter. Most importantly, I get the global fizz. This is what I want, okay? And the boots is something that you really need as soon as you run a Sanguinate, because it supports by 11 trap, some life, some resist, and increase your throwing speed as well, and increase move speed for 9 seconds on throwing a trap. So you can actually run pretty quickly. Like you get constant 30%, like 15 plus 15 is 30%, right? So you get constant 30% move speed all the time, as long as you're throwing traps. And those are the gear choices. Now, for the gems that I'm using currently, there'll be a lot of jumbled, like random gems here and there because I'm just still sorting them out. The main ones you want to get for auras, right? So for auras, you'll be running, I'm running Grace. So you want the evasion, that's what you want for another extra defensive layer for yourself. Grace is the aura that I'm running. I'm running Grace, I'm running Skitterbots. So Skitterbots actually shocks and chills enemy nearby, which gives you some defensive layers because it slows down the enemy and makes them take extra damage. Vitality just for some life regen because I'm using life to throw traps, so I just get some life regen. Wall Banner because nearby enemies will take increased physical damage. and Grace. That's the auras I'm currently running. That's really pretty much it, right? So you just need like Grace, most importantly, and probably just Skitterbots. That's it. Everything else is up to you. Here I'm running like Dash with Second Wind, so I get 2 charges of the Dash. This one is I'm just leveling the gems over here. Stone Golem just for the life regen. Steel Skin is a very good guard skill that you can use when put it on your left click. So as you're running around, you get a defensive layer, a shield that blocks like a buff that takes 1,500 damage, which is really good. So it gives me another layer of defensive. I'm using War Banner over here, Vitality, Grace, and Swift Study, just leveling up the gem over here. The main skill gems is the boots and the gloves. So for the gloves, I'm using Seismic Trap, linked with Advanced Traps, so I get skill effect duration, throwing speed as well. Crit Strike, so they can crit, and also I use Trap and Mind damage for Trap and Mind damage basically. That's for the Seismic Trap. And for the Sanguinate, I'm using a Sanguinate with Swift Assembly, Chain Support, and Trap and Mind damage. These are the main links for the Sanguinate. That is the gem links. The Flask, I'm just using some Life Flask, Movement Speed, Crit Flask, Mana Flask, just in case. That's it. For Bandits, you need to help Lyra so that you get additional crit multi and all resist and mana regen in case you need it. And for the Pantheons, currently now I haven't really chosen the Pantheon yet, but so far I'm just using Arakali for the reduced damage taken for damage over time, and also Relicash so that I get reduced damage taken while I'm moving, and also moving while bleeding doesn't cost me to take extra damage. I'm just using these 2 for now, but potentially I will change to Lunaris so I can get damage reduction as I'm running around, and move speed as well. And also probably I will just go for Shakari so I get less poisons and stuff like that. That's for the Pantheons. The skill tree, okay, so you will be starting off over here as the Shadow. Shadow, you want to pick up all the nodes here because it gives you some life and physical damage. And then you pick up Coordination. And then after that, you move up for Blood Siphon. And then move up for Trickery. And then you want to pick up Saboteur so you can throw 2 additional traps at a time. Increase trap damage and Assassination for crit. And then after that, you want to move over here, Will of Blaze, so you get crit chance and physical damage. Over here, you get move speed, dexterity, and physical damage. And then you move downwards, and then you want to pick up Master of Blades, so you can get Overwhelm 10% physical damage reduction and 30% increased physical damage. For the major node over here, Physical Mastery, we take Overwhelm 15% physical damage as well. So 15 plus 15, that will be 30%, 10, that will be 25% physical damage Overwhelm. And then you move down here, and then here it depends on if you want to move this way or this way. Either one is fine. You can move this way and pick up Blood Drinker, so as soon as you kill, you get 2% life regen. And then you pick the Life Mastery, you get 10% max life and reduced life recovery rate. And then after that, you want to move up here and pick up all the trap nodes over here. So you want to pick up High Explosive, so this one gives you a huge damage boost. Because of the 60% crit chance for traps, 20% crit multi, and 50% chance to get Power Charge as soon as your trap gets triggered by the enemy. And then Unstable Munitions, for increased area effect, trap damage, and trigger area effect. And then after that, you want to move down over here and pick up Revenge of the Hunted, so for you get life and suppress spell damage. And then over here, you want to pick up Master Sapper, so you can 50% chance to get Frenzy Charge. So you're getting Frenzy Charge over here from this node, and you're getting Power Charge from High Explosives. So potentially you're getting 3 Frenzy and 3 Power Charge almost all the time as soon as you're running around. And then Trap Mastery, I just choose 5% chance to throw up 4 additional traps. And then you want to pick up Charisma over here for additional mana reservation efficiency, so you can reserve as many manas as many auras as you can. And then over here, you want to pick up 15% additional mana reservation efficiency of skills. A Jewel Socket over here, I'm using Conqueror's efficiency for more mana reservation efficiency. And then down over here, I pick up Reflexes for more suppressed spell damage. Here, 30% chance to avoid bleeding, poison, and impale. And then pick up the major node over here, Mage Bane, which is really, really cool because all the dexterity doesn't provide you evasion. Instead, since we have Grace, it's fine. Instead, we get chance to suppress spell damage per 15 dexterity. So at the moment now, we are having 70% chance to suppress spell damage, and we suppress up to 53% spell damage as well. And then over here, we have Sentinels for some elemental resist. Potentially, you want to go up here and pick up Constitution and Path of the Warrior. Okay, these are the nodes that you want to pick up after this. And then over here on the right, you're going to move down here and pick up Inveterate. So all the nodes here will give you suppressed spell damage, and then you're going to pick up crit chance is increased by chance to suppress spell damage. So all your chance to suppress spell damage will be increased to your crit chance. Like 70% over here will be increased to my crit chance over here. Okay? And down here I pick up Heartseeker for more crit nodes over here. So far at the moment, this is my progress. It has been an absolutely enjoyable experience for me. It has been very, very smooth. Pros and cons. Pros, there's so many pros. It's tanky, high damage, single target, you burst the shit out of the boss. Decent clear speed. If you ask me, I don't really find a con, to be honest with you. Like, probably you'll have low life, like you won't have a lot of, like, you won't have like 6-7k life. Probably you have like 3-4k life. But you have a lot of defensive layers, which in return comes out to about 6 to 7k health. I mean, you know, the effectiveness of it, yeah, it's more or less the same. So, and it's really, really cheap. Like, look, this shit gears can bring me clear all the X. Like, come on, what more can you ask, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sure there are a lot more things I need to upgrade. Like, I have really, really bad like resist over here. I haven't fixed it yet. I'm literally recording this video as soon as I finish all the X. So yeah, I will put up another video on the second part of this video on the progressed character, which will explain more on like the gear choices, and probably maybe some cluster jewels and maybe some changes in the skill tree and yada 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 on all the jazz, you know. But so far, this is all I can have for you guys. I really hope that this information will help you in a way, or give you some form of information to actually help out in whatever build that you're playing. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Your like to the video will really help the algorithm and really help me and support me, and also help me to put out more content for you guys, and we can share information with each other. If you have any comments, please drop a comment down below on the comment section as well. I really hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the league start. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.